Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Just want to do a quick video. It's not really a repair video, but I just wanted to go over a couple of manuals that, everything's available online today. You can go to marineengineering.com, boats.net, and many other sites, iBoats, and they have schematics and stuff. But when you're actually working on an engine, sometimes it's good to have the manual right there. And although I have just about every manual there is, from the 70s all the way up into the 2014, 15, 16, there, for the hobbyist or somebody who doesn't work on a lot of outboards, there's a couple manuals that I think you should have, or books that you should get a hold of, that are very good. They will take the average person through just about anything that you would come up. Now this, I'm talking Evinrude and Johnson, OMC here. And so whether you like the vintage stuff, or whether you have some of the newer, 2000s, 96s, 98s, whatever, there's a couple of books that that will get you through all that and give you the basic knowledge that you would need to fix just about anything. I'm going to show you real quick some of my, I've got, just about, these are book sets for Johnson Outboard. They go from, like I said, up right in there to the 70s, through the 80s, 90s, and all the way up to the 2000s for just about every horsepower and every model that's out there. But these books I'm going to show you are just about, like I said, they would get you through just about anything you would want to tackle, whether it be vintage. Trying to get you back in order. Here we go. So this one right here, it's called the Johnson 10th edition, and I've got tape on it because it's quite old. You can get these on the internet, eBay, and so forth, generally for around 50 bucks. But it goes back through the older engines, stuff, the good old stuff. Stuff like that and all. And, but, it shows you the basics on the lower units and, anything that you would want. For the older vintage engines, I forget the exact year this thing goes up to, but let's see, this probably tell me right in here. Year. Okay, so it looks like it goes up through like 64, 65, and then it goes all the way back down to 28, 23. So it's a good manual. It's really kind of a must-have if you're going to mess with the older vintage motors. All right. Now, this is a really good manual. I'm going to show you a good picture of the, you can see there's a couple folks in an old style Boston whaler, couple seagulls, and it says OMC Service Manual 2 through V6 models. And this is a really good manual. For all your engines that are later model, from like 65 on up, it really is a good overall manual. It has really neat schematics in the back that shows you their fold out with color pictures. of the water systems, the water flow charts. And they have that for the electrical charts as well. It pretty much would take a hobbyist through anything. Like I said, in the back of the book, it has all the electrical schematics, all done nicely in color. You can also pick these up on the internet. There's electrical diagrams and so forth. You can pick these up, these manuals up on the internet for 50, 60 bucks. So those are a couple of manuals that I highly recommend, and it'll cover, those two books alone would cover just about everything from the 20s all the way up to the 2000s. So, you know, for 100 bucks you could get both of those. Really nice to have if you don't want shelves full of manuals. And I found that with that later model manual there, the 2 horsepower through V6, I use it more than probably anything. I get it more than going up to the manual that is specific to a motor, because it'll have it in there. So so just a little quick video, but I did want to take you out and show you a couple outboards that came in here today. A guy had upgraded or whatnot and to a 4-stroke, and he had a couple of old outboards. He said he's been tripping over forever. He brought me a whole tote full of 2-cycle oil, Conoco 2-cycle oil in quart bottles. Must have been 50 of them in there. Brought those and gave them to me, and said he was going to take these to the dump. Oh, thank God he didn't. And he said, but he thought he'd call me first. So one of them's a little gem. Let me show you what we got. We're going to take a little walk outside. Try not to shake you. Some outboards. More outboards. Outboards. But here's what he brought me today. And he just gave them to me. The 35, the one on the right is a 35. It seems to be a little bit stuck. I don't believe it's seized. I'll just pull the head on it and clean things up. I think she'll go. But the real jewel to me is this guy. One of my favorite motors. Evinrude 18. It pulls over just fine. It'll need some care. Transom clamps are stuck, but I showed y'all how to do all that. So that's easy stuff, and those are good motors. I'm so glad. I mean, on the 18 there, if you look, well, heck, on both of them really, none of the aluminum on the fins down there is busted. Well, the tip end of the 35 is. I'll round that over with a die grinder. You won't even notice it. So, boy, you know I'll put those back in service and make them runners. Nice stuff. He said that his dad bought that 18 horsepower brand new 42 years ago. And he said they run it for a long time, and then it's been sitting in his shed forever. He said they've been tripping over him, and he just bought a new house, was moving, and said these ain't going with me. So lucky me. So you can see all the grease in there, right there on the tiller. That'll clean up nice. So there we go. Just thought I'd show you that. And so I'll get those on the proper stands, get them upright, never lay an outboard down. If you notice, all my outboards upright, upright, upright. I don't allow them to lay down. Water gets in things. So, thanks for watching.